Hi, Jack Canfield here. Welcome back to Talking About Success, where we talk about success in every area of your life. And tonight I have a wonderful guest going to talk about how you can get rid of pain more quickly. It's an alternative to drugs. Suffering is optional. We don't have to keep doing that anymore. And she's written a wonderful book called Pain Free, Make Crystal Clear. I love that, Crystal Clear, because her name is Dawn Crystal. You live in Maui. I think that's why you're so dark. You got a good tan?
Yes.
You grew up in Chicago. Mm-hmm. No sun in Chicago right now.
No,
we're recording this. And you do something very extraordinary. You literally can make sounds that heal people. And I just had a quick experience with you about 15 minutes before we came on the air here. And you did something that, I was sitting there, you were making sounds and just removing blocks and healing my neck, which was not moving like this, a half hour ago. And so I'm just really happy to have you here and promote your work. I think it's pretty extraordinary. So we'll talk a little more about that in a minute. But you have this thing you do called voice sound healing. Talk about what that is exactly. Give our viewers a better sense of it.
Well, voice sound healing, because I'm the only one in the world that does what I do, actually is through my voice. So I don't play an instrument. Mm-hmm. But it's a gift that found me in my adulthood at my lowest part of my life. I've went through a very challenging childhood and been married twice, and going through my life being an outcast and soul searching really brought me to where my sounds actually found me many years ago when I was after my second divorce, and basically moved to Hawaiian Islands with 2 bags in my faith, and I came with $700 and lived out of rent-a-car for 6 months. And at that part of my life is really where I was at my lowest, and I'd go to the beach to try to calm myself down. And at those points in my time when I had to get off the street because I didn't have money to keep my rent-a-car going, I would sit at the beach to kind of calm myself, and then these sounds would just start randomly coming through me. And at first I thought they were weird. And then the sounds got more and more louder. And then I noticed, wow, I'm kind of feeling better listening to these sounds. And I don't know where they came from, except I think I would say they came from my heart. And then people randomly around the beach would come and sit with me for hours and just say, "Lady, I don't know what you're doing. You're helping me. You're relieving pain." I'm like, I have no idea. So I had like an entourage of people who would sit with me. This went on for like almost a year, 6 months to a year of me just making sound, just helping myself. And then I started realizing, wow, there's something here. And that's where I evolved over 25 years ago from those humble beginnings. So it's amazing how the sounds just started coming through my voice. To help myself, really. And that's where they started from.
And I know you claim, and I tend to believe you after the session we did,
yes,
that you can heal and release all kinds of symptoms. Give us an example of some of the things that people have brought you, let's say, and you've been able to help them release.
Well, I've had chronic situations. I had early in the beginning of when I started, I had a lady who was basically turning blue. She was at the hotel. And she came to see me a few days before when I was working in the spa, and I did a mini session on her, and she knew I helped her in some ways. And then I didn't know her organs, and she was having all these these issues going on. So I went to her bedside when I was working one night in the spa, because that's where I would used to go as a night job in the beginning when I was just getting started. And I went to her bedside and really realized how powerful my sounds were, because I really brought her from turning blue back into having her color back. And I was working on all her organs because I could see her body was shutting down. So after I worked with her, she obviously went to the hospital because that was what she should have done. And she came back the next day and saw me and thanked me. She said that she doesn't think she would have made it if I didn't work on her. And I said it was just a miraculous miracle. I knew there was something happening beyond me making sound. That was really where I started really getting my confidence, was really from that point. And of course, people just come to me now. I do radio shows and telesummits worldwide where I just do mini healings where I work mainly by phone or Skype. And I'll just kind of tune in to a person in person or not, and I could see blockage in the body. So most people who have the chronic issues would be mainly in their neck area. I find people carry a lot of stress in the neck, and also back pain is probably one of my specialties where I can really see the blockage in the body. My sounds are like just move the energy rapidly through the body, because that's what my sounds do. They move energy rapidly, and it releases the blockage within a few minutes. And I'm very good at it because I've been really perfecting my skill, and I know how to use the sound and what sounds to use to rapidly move the energy through the body to get the flow of your energy in your body flowing. Chinese call it the qi. I call it just energy meridians, where your energy systems have to flow. And most people, regardless of what age you are, have some kind of blockage in the body, especially if you're a sports athlete. I do work on them as well. They have injury, and I help get their bodies back to healing themselves rapidly by just moving out, I call it scar tissue and inflammation, just with my sounds. And really helping the body heal itself, because our bodies are really here to heal itself naturally, and our systems in our body just sometimes, I call it, get out of balance or out of whack. And my sounds just bring your body back into perfect harmony and balance. And I do this, my sessions are no longer than 30 minutes, but most of the time, as you experienced my work, it was only within minutes. And I just can do that really quickly. And people usually start feeling better, somewhat better right away. And of course, the energies will continue working on you for several days. So it's really amazing, yeah.
Yeah, it's quite profound, as I say. Now, you also work with children and pets. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah. So, a lot of adults who might hear me on a radio show or a telesummit, they might not be quite ready to have a session with me. So a lot of times they'll buy a session for their children. And I find these days we're into the era of people being on the computers. Kids are texting constantly. And I really see that their energy, because I see energy on everybody, I can see the energy that most of their energy is concentrated in their heads, and they're not really grounded in their bodies. So a lot of children suffer from anxiety issues. They suffer from not being able to concentrate. And they suffer, even I've had kids with ADD and whatever they define that as. But I can go in and actually obviously get more of their life force energy getting from their head down to their feet. And I do that with sound. It takes me a couple minutes to like a 30-minute session of me just kind of clearing their energy and bringing their energy down to their feet. And I call it grounding it to the planet Earth. And then once I'm done with the session with the children, I ask them, how are you feeling? Well, I feel more calm. Kids are like, I just feel lighter and I feel more calm. And that's part of the grounding process that I do. That's really, really powerful. And like I said, I do that every day, and it's a simple process, but it makes a huge difference, especially if kids have learning disorders, because it really helps them stabilize in their bodies. So
you have a lot of different, I'll call them products and services that you offer.
Oh, yeah.
Talk a little bit about that. I know you have some CDs, some downloadable MP3 files, other kinds of things.
Yeah, I learned over the years how to use my energy through my voice into different, I can work it on clearing different blocks in people. So I do offer on my website different programs with different headers, such as I do a lot of clearings for people overweight. I'm just good. I can clear the unconscious mind and our belief systems. I have the ability to go in and clear just blocks that we're having, or belief systems that maybe we've taken on from others. I've helped people with anti-aging. I get testimonials of people who listen to my anti-aging, and their hair, skin, and nails are stronger, and they're more vibrant looking, and their skin is glowing. That's just part of what I do. And of course, I help people spiritually connect stronger, if you want to call it, with their higher self. A lot of people look for activations from me to really ground in what they're really here to do. So I help people really find their true purpose in this lifetime by really connecting in with their higher self or their soul. And I do that just with people listening to my MP3s, as well as having personal sessions with me. And
people can do these personal sessions over the phone, Skype, Zoom, those kind of things?
Absolutely. Most of my sessions are by Skype or just basic phone. And I don't have to be in front of you in order to clear. And it's amazing.
I love it. Isn't energy fascinating?
Well, I love it because I can stay in Maui. And I can stay where it's nice and warm and beautiful. Exactly.
Yeah, I know. I spend a month over there every year now. Yeah.
Wow, good. You're very beautiful place, too.
My wife and I are very happy about that. So if people want to find out, contact you, they want to work with you, they want to get a hold of your products, where do they go?
People can just go to my website at www.dawncrystalhealing.com, and you can find more information out there, and also check me out on YouTube. I have a lot of free audios, and you can listen to some of my recordings from some of my radio shows. So thank you.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, I just want to say to all of you who are watching, I am someone who believes in this kind of thing, but I'm always skeptical when people say they can do this. And we went into my office, spent about 15 minutes, and he worked on my neck, my back, opening up the energy field here so more intuition could come in. And at the end of that, I felt like I was 2 feet taller, like I was wider, I was generating more energy, I felt lighter. I was pretty impressed, so thank you very much. And I would encourage you, take advantage of this woman's talent. We're all given different gifts at different times, and you have an amazing one.
Thank you.
And most people are suffering from some kind of pain, whether it's physical or emotional or spiritual, and she can help you release all that. So check it out. Check it out. Well, thanks for joining me today.
Thank you, Jack. Thank you so much for having me here. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. My pleasure. All right, stick around, folks. We'll be right back after this message.